I kicked him in the head. And do you know what? So I lost my career for that. That I worked hard for. That I studied hard for.
How many GCSEs did you get in school? What qualifications did you get?
I got 11 GCSEs. I got an A in maths, which I'm still proud of. I got an A in maths, I got 5 Bs and I got 5 Cs. And to be honest, I was mischievous. I was a Jack the Lad. If I would have tried, I'd have breezed everyone because I was intelligent at school. I think I can remember my mum. My mum was a single parent when I was young. And I remember having my own, the classes questions were here, my questions were there. Because I far ahead of the rest of them. When that was in junior school. That was from my mum. And my mum's not even that smart, which is mad because even now my mum's not that smart. But she just used to sit there regularly every night doing work. So I found the academic side of school I found it quite easy. Without studying or trying, I breezed my GCSEs. I got my career.
Okay, well you clearly did wrong there. You had a pretty hefty sentence for your first offence. You lost your career. But what was the next brush with the law?
My next brush with the law. So I come out of prison. I admit all of this, yeah. So I started attending football, and I started involving myself in the football scene, and going to football with the lads all the time. And then years went on, and do you know what was so lucky? When I used to work at Britannia Airways as an apprentice, I'd finish work on a Friday at 3:30. I'd be picked up by an Irishman, a developer, a builder. They had the contract in Merrill Lynch. Merrill Lynch is a city bank in London. And I'd go and work the entire night. And I didn't miss one Friday night for 2 years. And I'd go and work and we'd take down the full ceilings. I'd be a labourer. But I used to double my weekly wage for my apprenticeship doing that. And I'd done it every week and I didn't let him down once. And then when I come out of jail, I contacted him. I said, look, I'm stuck here. I'm on my arse. And he said, come work for me. So I went to work for him. I was doing a bit of everything. And then his plumber was going abroad, moving to Australia in, say, 6 months. I said, who's going to do your plumbing contracts after this? Because I knew that he was building a lot of flats, a lot of houses. He was very successful at the time. Had hundreds of properties. He said, I don't know. I said, let me do them. Give me the plumbing jobs. And he's like, what do you know about plumbing? What do you know about plumbing? I said, I'll learn. I'll learn now. I'll learn quick. Just give me the job. I'll get the plumbers. And then he did. And I then took his plumbing contracts. And I remember, and then I'd had a couple of mad years in my life. And then I'd got in with him. And there was another gentleman, a wonderful gentleman called Dave Richmond, who sadly passed away. Now, Dave didn't have any children, but Dave owned 700 properties, I think. Dave owns hundreds of properties. He had a Bentley, had a Ferrari, he had a Range Rover. And I met him, I got introduced to him through work, and we just got on. Like, I loved him. And I loved his attitude to life and everything. And he used to let me, so I moved out to Marbella. He had 14 properties there, I managed his properties there. And he helped me then. So he helped me get my first property. And then I went on and I got the buzz for it as well. And I went on, by the time I was 25, when I started the English Defence League, I owned 7 properties. I had a plumbing business. And when we talk about, so when I had a plumbing business, and then my friend, again, the other developer friend, the Irishman, he was opening a hairdresser's and he was built a block of flats. We'd done all the plumbing on them, 19 flats. So we'd done the plumbing contracts. I said, what's the other shop? He said, I don't know. I said, let me have the shop. So he gave me the shop, and I opened a tanning studio, which a lot of people talk about. So he had hair at Unit 1, and I copied his identical name, so I called it Tanning at Unit 2, which when it went on later and I started the English Defence League, I don't think he's happy about, because both shops looked like they were mine. But yeah, so by that point at 25, I was flying as a young man. I was flying. I was successful. I was driven. I was wanting. My passion was to be successful.
Were you married at this point?
No, I wasn't married. I had my partner. Yeah. My passion was to make money. My passion was to make money. And that's it. And more.
But where does that lead to the next crime?
The next crime. So I'd had no brushes with any law, and then I started the English Defence League. And then
You started what?
the English Defence League. I started the EDL.
That is not a crime.
No, but that's when it started. Instantly started. I was arrested in the first 6 months 3 times. 3 big raids.
What were you convicted of?
No, nothing to start with. So the first raid I was held at Luton Airport by Special Branch. They then raided my property with a machine gun.
In order to look at Tommy's crimes, one also needs to look at how the state treated Tommy. They are both different sides of the same coin, and it was the formation of the EDL that triggered a process by the state. And Tommy explained this very well in an interview with American Channel.